I care what's happening on the screen, and like, hey, can you just tidy up this corner bit? And she just dumps everything into that corner.
I'm like, it has character. Like
or,
when people
or you
tell
don't
us when they
seem to
come
mind
into the
if we
studio.
broadcast all night at the top of your head. Whereas I'm like, really, you should be on screen.
Oh, we're live. So we are broadcasting live to Facebook and YouTube.
Why is
So
this crooked?
If it's on something there. Oh yeah. So if you whoa, I was watching the live feed.
You should have seen us though during COVID when it was just us.
It was like this, but
At the
just
same time, everybody was cleaning up their art studios. And she can't say no, but I can't say no to art supplies. So like she can say no to art supplies, right? So somebody came in, we were broadcasting out of this corner. On screen it looks a lot bigger, but it's only like 4 feet wide. And then we filled from here to halfway back to the room, right up to the ceiling of somebody's studio junk. Usually people donate their studios and about 30% of it salvageable. The rest we just take to the dump or recycle.
Thanks, Patty, for sharing the live feed.
And then over Christmas break 3 years ago during COVID, like 6 people donated their studios all at once. It was like piled to the ceiling from here to that wall.
It was like those
and then
shows
from
you
here
watch.
and the back room, and then from here to that other wall. And then all of a sudden there was one day she came in and like the 3 people dropped off and it was piled to the ceiling all
and we
the way
had
to
our
the
like
front.
walkways. It was terrifying.
She's so mad.
Well, it was like those shows that you watch. That's like, watch out for,
Gordon,
yeah, like take care of Auntie so and so. She's not okay. Like, we were those people. Yeah, there was no cats that
We were
had.
actually
Everything was
salvaging
good.
the usable artwork from those people that you're talking about.
Exactly. At least we made use of all the stuff.
And
Felix, we want to leave yours to dry for a bit. We're not going to pull yours up right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Hit anybody in the head with a lamp yet?
Yeah. You got to start
Don't worry,
so
still working.
We have lots of time. All right. So I will explain the rough rules of what we do here. So this is Rumble 529. We have done this for 529 times. Next week will be a really cool one. It's 530. And also, though, it's 8.5 years that we've been in this location, and 11 years since we've started the whole thing. We used to be Gorilla House. Earlier today, I think Rich put up the video. Rich was his old gorilla self. We were walking around. So we found that the Hawaiian shirt motif really worked for softening people up. People can be quite intimidated by the gorilla.
This is what I did is I took a handful, maybe about 11 pieces of art.
11 years ago?
We started
years ago,
11. Yeah, next week. Gorilla House.
I took like 11 pieces of art. I dressed up as a gorilla and I went out for a walk. And people that smiled or made eye contact in a favorable way got a free piece of art. The people that scowled got nothing. The people that blow my mind, though, and this is like mind blowing, is you go for a walk. You're walking down the path. Somebody's coming towards you for whatever the distance of the horizon is, and they pretend they can't see you. It's like, I don't need you to like celebrate, give me a high five, but please don't pretend I'm not wearing a gorilla suit when it's plus 30. Acting like it ain't no thing.
It was really funny. So that was really fun this afternoon. And so that's next week. But tonight we are going to start bringing the
On a
pieces up.
side note about sharing the live link.
Oh yeah, side note, share the live link. We are on Facebook and YouTube. Please share the live link so we can continue celebrating our anniversaries together. We will.
She says it in such a nice way. I say it in a less nice way. Basically, if you find us on Facebook or YouTube and find a way to click share, you can just click share. If you have those outputs, you can copy and paste the link to your Uncle Ted. I don't care. But if you actually make an effort to share the event
YouTube
right
or
now,
Facebook.
it helps us so much because then people taking part at home we spread and spread and spread. And Jess and I are teachers full time. So this is our summer off, and this is what we do with our summer off: is we literally spend 60 days straight trying to find the next 500 people that are going to come into Rumble for next year.
Yeah.
So that's why I dressed up as a gorilla today. But if you could please find and click share, that'd be amazing. I'm going to do it right now. I'm clicking share.
Yay!
But after that, I'm going to click share and more options, and I'm going to click copy, and then I'm just going to paste that everywhere I can think of.
That's excellent. Good job. And I will go on to continue to explain how we do the auction part. So this first beautiful piece is by Georgia. And Georgia titled this piece, Feeling Tired. Tired. Minimum bid is $10. It is acrylic on canvas. So people from home can text 403-629-7424. Or if you're joining from another place, this is so amazing. And if you're here, you can just say a number. So the opening bid is $10. And if you would like this lovely piece in your home, or as gifts, we had a nice conversation going online this last week. Original artwork as gifts. Pretty fun.
We gave them out as gifts today.
And and it was really fun. The people who love them really love it because it's like, what? It's a gift. You don't get original artwork as gifts all the time. And some of Georgia's pieces were actually part of the pieces that we were donating. Georgia's really amazing. She donates all of her proceeds from her pieces too. So this is how the auction works. Half the money from the sales goes to the house, and half the money goes to the artist. The artist set their minimum bid, and we take cash and credit and debit, e-transfer, promises, souls, not the firstborn. We don't have space. I'm just being funny. I try to be.
Who will actually take your firstborn?
No. Okay.
Volleyball.
So
Competition.
competition.
Or Felix, he's got my oldest daughter and my son live here, so that's his older family. Robin's just in from London, and then he's his only child with us on the weekends, and then he's got with his mother and new husband a younger brother and sister. So he is both the oldest child, the only child, and the youngest
And
child.
the middle. And the middle. Everything.
He's accumulating all the best traits.
All the personalities of all of them.
Jess was an oldest child.
How
Guess
can you
what I
tell?
was?
The control freak.
I was the youngest child.
And you're the... Okay. This piece is by Georgia. Yay, Georgia. And if you would like to bid on this piece, please text.
So I'm seeing Dusty bid $25 on Jess's embroidery.
Oh, I'll pull that one up next. Okay.
Okay.
So we used to time things out and go through it like normal people, but now because people are joining at different times, we keep bids open because it might
For a
be
while.
half an hour later and they might be like, oh my gosh, has that beautiful tire piece gone yet? I'm like, no, lucky for you.
But if we usually will ask the highest bid if they're okay keeping it
to
open.
keep going. Yeah. So Dusty bid $25 on my patch. I found this. So it was like a pre-manufactured patch, and so it has the iron-on backing and the really nice rim, and I embroidered Rumble House. Very colorful here. Yeah, so it's currently at $25 to Dusty. Can you show closer to the camera?
You're
And
talking
I'll
to
do
me?
this. Yeah. I'll do the bids and you do the showing.
You weren't going to sell this one. You kept gushing.
I
about how
know.
much you
I was
loved it.
I was like, I love the color so much. But then that's the nice thing. Actually, what Rumble House has taught me is like you really enjoy the pieces, and then it's really fun to send them out into the world. So it's like
What's the bid on it?
it's currently at $25 to Dusty.
So I actually think it's kind of fair that people would bid their souls for these art pieces. I put my soul into all of my work. It's a nice trade.
Totally.
You go home with a little bit of my soul, and I will keep some of yours. Was that scarier than it needed to be? Maybe sometimes
It could have been a little more scary.
See?
Felix and I have this thing where I go too far. It's our funny gag. You went too far again, Dad.
This is by Praxis.
Oh, my Vanna White.
Yeah.
Far, Dad.
Your
Far.
so Praxis does crochet work amongst many other
Crochet.
pieces, or mediums, and this is one crochet piece in honor of the happy birthday coming up.
Happy
So,
birthday.
happy
to
birthday
you.
cupcake.
Yeah,
Opening is $10, and I think Georgia bid the $10. Georgia bid $10. Opening bid, current bid is $10 to Georgia. It is a cute cupcake with the cherry on top.
Cupcake.
And if cupcakes aren't your thing, maybe possums are your thing.
Cupcakes
He's
are
got a cute
awesome.
Cute little
Raise your
tail.
hand for cupcake.
You should put horns on them like bull horns.
Raise your
You know why?
What?
Because you say, I'm impossible. I'm
Opening-
possible.
Opening bid is $10 for the possum, and the cupcake is currently at $10 to Georgia.
Is it weird that I want to play with this tail? Because
No, I was playing with it the whole night. It's really
so when I play with it, it looks really weird.
cute.
I'm Possum Bill. Possum. It's funny because I think it's funny. That's the funny part. Yum, 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 yum.
What?
These give me flashbacks to Katie's farm. Is that what it was called?
Peter Cake's farm, Peter Cake's farm, Peter Cake's farm.
With Rose Beaky Mouse.
And on the topic of lovely woven things, this is a lovely basket by
Don't show
Patty.
Felix.
So Patty upcycles
Felix, maybe turn the game off, please.
bags
You should do some
from
reading
her
if you're going to
place
stay
of
up.
work.
Starting.
And you have a beautiful little place to keep all of your magic. So the opening bid is $5.
It could be a bag or it could be a puppet.
Oh, could you imagine some googly eyes on there?
Googly eye man. I have googly eyes. I put them somewhere.
There's a whole bag of them, yeah. They're in that box.
No, my yellow ones.
Oh.
I have googly eyes for when Jessica forgets to talk to the camera.
This time I actually sent Felix to go talk to the camera because that's good. So
wow.
these are also by Patty. So Patty does the really beautiful sculptural pieces,
Wah,
and then
wah.
these are prints of originals that she has brought in. So this
I
one's
will
opening
help.
at $5.
I will help show off the art.
Thank you.
I'm not getting that right. Hold on.
And I'm ready to, I think mine should have dried by now. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay. Go the other way.
Okay. I like this. This one's signed kindly and with all of my love. It says, always be polite, please, and thank you.
It's so funny. We're both teachers. And with a straight face, we have to send kids to the office for this kind of stuff. Like I didn't do this all weekend, you know? Like, and if I told you how many people made paintings of roosters and then made cock jokes all night, where you'd never believe it. But we're such hypocrites. I personally would not send a kid to the office for painting the middle finger. That is the middle finger, yeah. But it's so funny that the kids get in trouble for that, and then they grow up and become artists, and it's just
Oh, yeah.
It's really bad.
It's not bad. It's so awesome. It's not bad.
okay. We don't say that about ourselves. Felix.
It's bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
This is actually an anomaly because this is a great painting. Can I just say this is a great painting?
This is by Coco.
But it looks fantastic on screen, right? And we have a really nice camera, and usually it does a pretty good job of catching what we have. But this, for some reason, lends itself to digital so like beyond anything I've ever seen. This is the most digitally photogenic painting I've ever seen. What is your opening bid for this?
15.
15.
15. And would you like to say anything
Tell us
about
the
it?
story
Like,
of
you
what's
have-
It almost looks
What?
better on digital than real
My
life.
head was on fire. I like literally my brain was on fire. I had this painting I was trying to work out where it was a wolf eating someone, and then I just could not get what my mind's eye wanted to appear on the canvas, and then the painting kind of turned into the struggle of trying to get your mind's eye on the canvas, just your brain being lit flame, having to go out for a smoke, catching that little creative spark of like, I got it, Jimmy Neutron, brain blast.
What is in your mind's eye?
I don't know if
I
you
love
want to
the
go there.
skull. No, I love the skull and like I love all the sections.
Do you see like solid still?
Oh yeah, when you
pictures,
close
or-
your
I
eyes.
can
do you
picture
see?
3D
Okay.
objects and images. Usually when I picture a piece like painted, I picture it in a 3D space and
You
I
can
can
spin
walk around
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
it.
really
I have really
cool.
bad ADHD.
I was watching
No. It's not so bad.
video once where they took every episode of Friends and overlapped it, and it's just this fleshy snow. And I was like, "This is amazing!" And everybody's like, "What?" It's like, like they showed what it looks like in your head. Everybody got really quiet, like, "Dude, that's what it looks like inside your head." I'm like, "Kinda," but actually, there is this one video of every episode of Friends all at once, overlapping. And it's exactly what it looks inside my head. I can kind of turn that down and see things, but like it's interesting to me what people see inside their heads. And I think last week I was kind of freaking out about because we don't really see the colors we think we see, right? Like everything we see is an illusion inside our heads. And I was thinking, it occurred to me, like, because I've been thinking the last 20 years, if aliens came, they're not going to cherish us for how we take care of the earth. They're not going to cherish us for how we take care of each other. They will not appreciate us for our forward thinking.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe the aliens would come and take a look at a Mark Rothko or at a Van Gogh or a Monet or something and say, "Oh, these beasts are worth keeping." But then it occurred to me, if they have different cones in their eyes, they're not going to see anything in 2D the way we see it in 2D, and it might just all be schlock to them. I also thought they might love our music, but then, like, what if they have different ears and like it's like a dog at the Metallica concert? Like, it could be really awful for them, and we might be that snow or that chaos noise.
Okay, so
On that happy note, let's
this
think
is
of
hold on. This is super fun. We got a first time bidder. Where's the patch?
patch.
Crispid
Dispatch?
Gus-
Dispatch?
Rumble House patch.
This awesome possum?
Rumble patch.
See
So
awesome possum?
Chris said he
Maybe.
watches a lot and never has bid.
Ooh.
He bid $100 on the embroidery.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
gonna say 30.
Yeah,
A lot of money.
Chris from home. Thank you so much.
It's totally worth it.
Chris from Chris.
Chris from Chris. Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you.
And you can put it on your
I have one
jacket,
right-
you can put it on your t-shirt, you can put it on your
Yeah.
This is-
Jean jacket.
yeah. This is not
Here,
Felix.
I'll hold the
This
thing.
is an exceptional piece for a couple reasons.
It's so great.
One, it is very thick. You don't usually paint this thick, right?
Mhm.
Two, you went right around the edges, but I haven't seen you paint this size and this completely in a while, because young people, they often want to leave a lot of white space. And then he's the son of an artist and runs the Rumble House, and it's a full-time job working here as our underage worker. And we said, sometimes he would be rushing to make too many pieces, and I'd say, "Hey, you got to fill in the background," and he'd go, "Oh, it's too much." Ah! And then you started on smaller canvases, and then you not only went around the background, but you did all the edges, and so thoughtful. And then I think you were a little nervous to take a piece on this big tonight,
Yeah.
and you killed it.
I love the angle of the body. You did such a good job, Felix.
I don't
Yeah.
exactly even know.
What's your opening bid, little man?
1.
I'll bid 20.
That is really great. I
But I'll
love
probably end up
the
putting the
back-
gorilla suit on and giving it to a stranger.
the background of that too, though. It's so great. So, this is funny. I take for granted when. Okay, so Felix.
I can show pictures now.
Do you know that if you put the piece in front of you, right, like up there, to see how I'm just teaching you something about this camera. Okay, hold your hand still. Special camera that it'll zoom in on faces, but if I put my hand up, it'll focus on the hand and then blur out the face. It's a product camera. Weird, hey?
Wow!
Is that sarcasm?
This is by Alox.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Kitties.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fun.
Opening is $40.
We should get
for this
that black light on that because I have a feeling. I got a feeling. Ooh, ooh.
It's not good.
Okay, ready? Can you hit those
Yeah.
lights?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, the orange one lights up so good.
It's just like, yeah, we're all normal except for the orange. Wait, that's turn it. That's not even the orange one. That's the red one. The red one is
Yeah.
orange. No, wait, the orange
The
one.
opening for
Yeah, that's the
Alox's
orange one.
is $40.
Oh yeah. Okay. This is different light than it was before. Turn it
Yeah,
back
we
to
didn't turn
old
the
one.
big lights on, but I think
Oh,
there's a
fun.
few
There's
pieces.
a lot
Turn
of
it back to
people
the old
first time
light.
bidding.
Yay! Rumble House might survive.
Oh.
Wow, there's lots of people with us tonight.
So I said this is my first time not sure this week. The middle finger $30 is hi. Yes.
I was very on top of the socials.
Ninja.
Sorry.
I was very on top of the socials today.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you. So can you show the middle finger one again? And
Like this.
no.
Oh,
Here, I'll put this one away. Oh. Thank you.
Chris, the superintendent of the school board. So funny. We got so much stuff on. Are you guys work for the school board? Before we went online, it would get so packed in here, and people like, oh, how many people fit in here? It's like, oh, well, it depends. You work for the fire department? Like, no, oh, about 80. And then my friend Brian ends up being like chief of the fire department, so I'm really careful when I use numbers, like somewhere between.
I actually just probably a capacity of probably.
But it also used to be like flipped, like the stage was there.
Oh, we've
And then
moved
the
this
people
space
were
so
there.
many times, yeah.
So Patty.
Do you know we opened this up the month before you were born?
Jordan. Thanks,
We
Jordan.
didn't open this up.
Well, like the same idea, yeah.
Okay. So, actually, here, this is another one by Coco.
Hey, I wanna
So, oh, sorry, you can hold it.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
So this one,
This
You're
was here
saying-
last time.
yeah, this is the one. So it's made. It was a collage, and then,
And then
the
if you-
collage
yeah,
was
sure.
painted. So it made for a really cool surreal composition. And the opening for $35 for this one.
Bit my finger.
You have to show it on that. Oh.
Finger.
That's good. Very good. Thanks, Felix.
What was the opening bid for the brain one?
That one, 15.
15 or 50?
15.
I didn't hear it twice, but I'm afraid to ask
15,
again.
right?
Yeah.
15.
I'll bid 20 for that one.
20?
20 for which one?
This one.
Brain on
Which one?
fire.
The 20 for the which? Which?
The Fire brain.
Which? Okay, that which? All right, which?
This is the kind of thing that I do. I'll bring and hang in my classroom just to make sure the kids know I'm edgy. And then I'll tell them they
Just
can't.
so you know.
Then I'll tell them they can't paint cigarettes.
I thought that was a candle.
Actually, some weird gray area was it was always sort of frowned upon. You can't really let the kids make ashtrays because especially if you imagine.
That was one of our things we had to make when I was a kid.
Okay, you let
In
the
shock.
kids make
Yeah.
ashtrays.
You had to
We
get
didn't have
really
to, but it was an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
That's
can't
so
you
water,
let the
yeah.
kids make
So
ashtrays?
one of the reasons you don't have kids make ashtrays, it will invariably happen that dad will decide to quit smoking one Christmas and open up the ashtray, and then it's out the window. So, but then
So, yeah.
when I first started teaching, the kids were so trying to be naughty about making bongs out of clay. And, this is a really weird lamp. It's like a functional parts. And then they legalized pot, which, I think it was a good idea to legalize pot. I don't want to get political, but
What's pot?
don't worry about it.
Tell me.
And the weird thing about legalizing
Weed,
pot is
marijuana.
it didn't make it good for you. It was like, it's probably,
So I see it going down because it's not as popular anymore. It's just not illegal.
Because it's not, yeah, right?
It's like,
Reverse psychology.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. So this one's a
No,
20.
it's not.
I'll put this over
20 to
here.
me.
Here, can you show this one, my love?
Yes.
I can show it. No, I can't show that.
Is Sid's not here tonight?
No, it's illegal.
Sid donated me this, or we traded, I think, this
Yeah,
ridiculously
frame.
loud canvas. I think this is a Mexican blanket, is it?
It was kind of like a tapestry
Yeah.
or something.
And is it right side up? And I
Yeah.
kind of sat and looked at it for a while. There's just a few traces of the loud blanket at the bottom. Usually what I'll do is I'll take a really, really loud print and then paint into it and let my eyes kind of fight through with what I'm looking at. But this one actually, with the loud blank, it was just like too much. And then I ended up gessoing the whole thing over, and this particular face is cloud watching. Do you guys cloud watch where you lay in the grass and you look up at the clouds? The entire silhouette here in 3/4 view just ended up being the cloud watching part. So I was messing around, I was doing something, and then when I gessoed it, I could see this face, and then so this shouldn't matter, but I kind of enjoy it. I do like to play with my black light
just
paints.
like so it doesn't fall forward. I'm just gonna turn off the light here. Perfect.
So when I'm playing with black light, they're really fun to try and make something sculptural. But all I did with this one, and I did it a few times this week, was I just took the background and separated the background from the foreground. You don't have to own a black light to
It looks really nice in different kinds of light because it's metallic too.
yeah. So
What's your opening bid?
and it came in this nice $5.
$5.
$5 for that.
If you'd like to bid on this
Yeah.
piece,
A
text.
painting bigger than Felix. $5.
That should be our measuring. We used to have a banana painting. We'd measure them by bananas.
It's about 1 Felix, I think.
1 Felix high.
Let's see.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
almost
Yeah.
exactly
Very
a Felix.
just about 1 Felix.
Yeah, it's Felix.
So opening is
By one
$5.
Felix.
And this is new. This is the first time I thought of this. We bought a van so we could deliver things, and our van broke down. We didn't fix it. We just got rid of it. And so,
Well, we tried to fix it.
Yeah, a few times.
and then we can't deliver paintings anymore.
We can borrow stuff to deliver.
Yeah.
And we can get paintings delivered by people.
We used to spend weekends dropping paintings off. It was actually really fun. And then people would end up. Can I have my phone back?
Yeah.
People would end up
Well, we could
inviting
drop
us into their homes
like
and helping
this.
them hang.
we could drop like this off,
Yes, we can drop that.
but we couldn't drop this off. We could drop these off.
We can drop this off.
I wouldn't trust Jesse to drop this off.
Hey, listen, gentle.
Oh, because I wouldn't give it up?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so funny. I got what you meant. So this is also by Alox.
It's an engine.
Opening is $20. So is that Shredder?
Yeah.
Felix, have you ever watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Shredder.
Once, but I don't really know
That's
the
Shredder.
bad guys.
That's Shredder.
I watched like the very
Opening
old-
is 20 for
I
the
watched
Shredder.
one that was like on Netflix.
Not from
like,
the 1980s.
Here's a strange thing.
very, very old.
Oh, is the phone
Oh, was
number
it?
up?
Yeah.
So if you want to text in, it's 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424. Would you anybody here mind sending us some cat photos if you have any?
Cat photos.
Or any kind of pets, just to make sure.
Just
'cause I
cats.
haven't really been hearing the phone ding.
Are we gonna time out some pieces?
Should you are so on top of it. Sure. Yeah.
I'll do 10 on bridges on the big piece.
Can
Hello,
we make
Riches K.
This
Awesome.
white, this light, orange.
Praxis
Kinda creeping
bid
me out.
$10 on the cloud
Dad,
watching.
Can we make this light orange?
Please don't touch that.
I'm asking if we can make it orange.
No.
Why?
Why do you
Is
want an orange?
anything timed out
Because it
yet?
makes
We are going to do that right now.
Like, I like orange.
So, first, Georgia's was up. Opening is $10 for Georgia's piece. Feeling tired.
What's the number? 643.
These are tires.
629-7424.
That's 403-629-7424.
These are guinea pig
You
wheels.
guys gotta get a reprogrammable easy button that just reads out
Guys,
the
I
number.
don't
That's what
understand
Rich is
why
for.
that's.
Well, it's
That's
also-
actually Rich's job.
It's also on the screen. And then so
When we first started, we had it like on a piece of cardboard behind us,
Oh,
hanging on the
nice.
wall. But then we hadn't figured out that it's flipped online on this
Oh,
one.
we had figured it out. We knew that it was flipped. We didn't know
We
why it
eventually
was flipped
did
or
flip
when
it.
it was flipped. So depending on the people's settings, some people saw a mirror image of us and some people saw us straight up.
Oh yeah, YouTube and Facebook both show
So
different.
what we had to do was have both forwards and backwards. That's not even the worst part. The first night that we broadcast, the lockdown came and we're like, well, what are we gonna do? It's Wednesday night. We decided to do a live broadcast because we're kind of set up to start doing that, but we hadn't started doing it. And so we duct taped the phones. I call them hockey sticks. They were more like pieces of wood that were hockey sticks.
In a sec when he's done talking.
Okay.
Anyways, for the first two rumbles, they were sideways. And people were texting us and going, "It's great. We love that you're doing this, but the screen's always like just turn your
Turn
screen
your
on." It's like,
head.
it's a desktop. I'm like, just lay down, you know.
Lay down.
We're in a pandemic, and
Yay!
the cat.
Cats. Those are some
What
nice
is the bid,
cats.
what is the bid on this?
Okay,
I'm gonna speed through. Okay, just
I can do it.
you gotta be a good listener. Okay, give me this.
I can do it fast.
What is the bid on this?
$10.
Who's got it?
Georgia.
Going once, going twice, going three times. You have 10 minutes. Is somebody writing down this?
It's
Oh, it's you.
me.
Okay. We usually have several volunteers helping tonight, and they're all gone. And then who's got this?
I can do it.
Nobody. Who wants a possum? Do you want to bid $10?
Yeah, sure.
We probably owe you money from your sales.
Okay, $10 going once, $10 going twice, $10 going three times. And what is the time?
It is
9:30.
9:30.
Nice. You get till 9:40. Outbid this 10-year-old. Pass me the tag from Chris that has the bid.
Oh yeah.
Chris has this at $100.
Whose cat is that?
Going once.
Is that the chubby puppy?
Okay, I want you to hold it really
All
steady.
right.
I
I
can
know,
see it.
right?
Look at that cat.
Going once, going twice, going three times for $100. You have 10 minutes to bid on the Rumble House patch. These patches donated to us by Harold.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's like,
Look, so you can see the awesomeness that is this cat.
That's a dirty picture.
why did you say that? Dad, why did you say that?
It was indiscreet.
What?
Oh, you guys.
Was that somebody here? I apologize.
But-
I'm so
no,
sorry.
yeah.
That's right. It's my cat. She is a dirty picture.
Okay, so
Felix's. Oh yeah, this one is at 30 to
The-
Jordan.
the middle finger going for
Going once, going twice, going 13 times, and it's sold. I skipped 10.
And then
obviously.
Felix's is $20
I'll
to
time
you.
out mine.
I got this one.
I can time out my own piece, Dad.
I'm gonna time my own piece.
Going once, going twice, going 3 times, and it's sold.
$20 to Rich.
10-minute lag.
How we do the timeout is we give a 10-minute lag just in case people go in and out of
Like Richard from Illinois
yeah.
sometimes doesn't get the feed at the right speed.
And owls don't care.
You'd think it'd be
don't do
simultaneous,
that,
but it's not. Now, the other thing is that some people logged in late, like after the event. So it doesn't happen as much now, but it used to happen quite a lot that 4 or 5 hours after the Rumble, somebody on the other side of the world would start bidding on pieces. And like, I'm trying to get to work tomorrow. Whose is this?
This is by Alvin.
Hey, let me see it. Let me do it.
So this is super cool. It has magnets on the back, so it can be awesome high art
Refrigerator?
fridge art.
Refrigerator?
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm lost.
And then look, there's something else too in the
I know.
ears or above. It's like better.
I'm not sure.
It's really good.
Buffering. I want to show the people.
Yeah, hold it right here and hold it steady.
The other people. You don't have to do that. I can hold the picture.
Opening is $20 for this lovely piece by Alvin. Add joy to your fridge, or just okayness. It's just-
Yeah.
sometimes okay is better than how you actually feel. So good.
It's not a bad thing,
It's not-
reminder.
okay is not a bad thing. Do you want to show your Minotaur next, or your
Yeah,
Centaur?
Minotaur.
Thanks, my dear.
Oh yeah, I know.
So this is the grumpy old man. The story behind this is that we have a friend named Alexander Elliott who knew Picasso and
Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali. He wrote an opening for Joseph Campbell. And did we read him for the theme tonight?
Yeah,
Now,
the
he passed. He was
Mythosphere.
96 when we knew him, but he's gone on to his Mythosphere.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was in Joseph Campbell or if it was in Alexander Elliott's book.
I'm just reading.
Is it all good?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
He was writing about the story of the. Do you guys all know the story of the Minotaur? So there was a Zeus and then a queen, and Zeus visited the queen in the form of a bull, and then she had this abomination of a baby that had the head of a bull and the body of a person. And we always think of the Minotaur as this kind of older, angry monster in a labyrinth that ate people. But it was Alexander Elliot that was talking about him as a child and how nobody loved him because he was ugly. And I was just sitting here reading this book one day. I just started like blithering, like bawling my face off. And I think to some extent that's how I felt as a kid. So I have this weird, I think this is about my 20th painting of the Minotaur. Sometimes my favorite paintings, and we just painted one last week.
Yeah, you just did
And,
one with the little boy.
yeah.
He was,
Yeah, and we held on to it, and it found itself a really nice sale.
yeah.
And so I really prefer to paint the Minotaur as a really innocent, sweet kid that hasn't quite figured out he's ugly yet. And this is more of a self-portrait of...
Understanding life a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's feeling tired. What's your opening bit? Oh, here, can I do this?
Sure.
Something? Do you want me? Okay. Sometimes I break the light. How do you reach this? This one? Because it was shining really. Oh gosh, this is exciting.
Can we just show all the black light ones
Yeah,
at
sure.
once? So if you do have, if you do have a black light, they're pretty fun. We like to listen to a lot of Led Zeppelin with the black light on. And some of my paintings will have black light and glow in the dark. So it's so stupid. We have black light, put the record on, Jess falls asleep. I'll just hit like repeat because we have the button on the record player that just starts the record over 3 or 4 times. And then when I'm finally ready to go down, I turn the light out and then they just fade out. This one is not night glow as well as black light, but I mean, it's just kind of fun. I would expect all my paintings to have to function without the black light, but when they do, it's just kind of extra layer of fun. I didn't see what this one looked like yet either. This is my Medusa that I painted tonight.
She's so beautiful.
Kind of like a blacklight overload, I'd say, but
But it's
Comes
magic.
together really well.
It does. There's like a cohesiveness to it, like a harmony to it. It's so beautiful. I love her legs in the water.
yeah.
Almost
So
hits
there's
that like cyberpunk neo aesthetic.
Yeah, it's like like the
these are
historical.
some Rumble House posters that you could probably just
look
have
at
if
the
you
blue
want.
one. These were for the 500. Look at the blue. If you want to hurt your eyeballs.
Yeah.
Who needed eyeballs?
I feel like that's the first time I've seen blue.
Blue, like really,
Yeah.
yeah. And then do you want to show your centaur while the lights?
A little bit, yeah. This because
I'll-
I paint these just in my head, so I never really know what the black light looks like until it gets dark and I turn them on. This one is sometimes I like to try and make something really 3D out of the black light, but I really like this one because the centaur and his partner just turn into silhouettes because I didn't use any black light for them. So can you hold it for a second?
Yeah.
So
You got spray paint like that too now, eh?
yeah, I know. Regular light, black light, regular light, black light.
I just found that out.
I can't remember why I did this. It ended up being kind of extra saucy though, because she's just a regular human and her boyfriend's centaur, and the implications are overwhelming.
What's in the paint that makes it do that? You know,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
something.
Like there's all kinds of rocks that you'll see at the Glenbow, and some of them
Yeah,
just are just minerals that react in a certain way.
Is that what it is? Probably a mineral.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, there's super low levels, I think, of radiation on the night glow stuff. Like my
Yeah, for
grandfather
sure.
was a little picky about.
If tattooing they can use too. I
Yeah.
don't know about that though. I don't know about putting it in.
Is the time up on the cupcake yet?
Yeah,
Yes.
it sure is.
Can I have it, please?
You can have the cupcake
Cupcake!
and
I
you get
did
a
it
new
for a
nickname.
birthday party on Saturday.
That's so cute.
I got my niece.
Oh, that's even better.
It's gonna have to be partly changed
Well,
and
that's
stuff,
fine.
but anyway,
Thank you.
We take change.
you take change.
We believe in change at the Rumble House.
Sure, that's easy. And then I'll look to the other one.
Yeah, no
That's
worries.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thank you,
Precious.
Georgia.
I know a little kid is gonna love it.
Oh, Georgia, Gina bid $25 on one of the posters.
Oh, which one?
She said you pick one.
Well, Gina, do you have a black light? Because I'll tell you, of the 3 posters, can you pass me the darkest one?
Yeah.
This one's my favorite. Is not black light reactive. It's just a really deep indigo. It's not blue, and it's not black. It's that magic color in the in between.
She says yes. Perfect.
Okay.
This is for Gina.
That's for Gina.
Gina.
That seems like a good price.
That's
Let's maybe
beautiful.
not bid on these, but if you'd like one of these, you can have it for $25. Would anybody? Oh, this would be awkward. Don't feel pressured.
But also, I
Would
like
anybody like this poster for $25?
I like
If not, we're probably gonna have a banger next week.
yeah, I think that'd be good too. For
How
the
about
next
this one
week
for $25? Very black light.
And then should we show the crabby ones?
Yeah, sure.
Or later.
No, that's okay.
He just made a new screen. It's a 3-part print.
These I'm kind of testing. I don't know if you can even see them from here. I don't think you can see them very well. But it's a
Because
crab.
we're in the season of Cancer.
And actually, these are kind of neat because these are more tests where I'm just feeling out what colors work
That
the
one's a
best.
good one.
That one's a good one. Just feeling out what colors work best with the different layers of the.
That one works really good.
So what I like about the test run ones is they're prints, but they're one of a kind prints.
Yeah.
They're nothing like each other. And this goat. Is
No,
it a
it's
goat?
a sheepy sheep. This is Mary the lamb, all done from the summer from school. Wants to cuddle. This is super soft sheepy sheep, and it has a pen that writes, but you can't take it out of your hand. And the eyes glow, as you can
You
see.
can't see the eyes glowing with that big light on.
Opening is $47. Kelly is
Going to bed.
because she's going on vacation tomorrow. There, pink. Ow! She's a really soft little lamb. So we're saying either like a cuddly thing for someone to like cuddle and feel happy, or security in your car. Maybe we should turn the light up.
I was not watching them.
Eyes
The
off.
lights on.
Oh my gosh.
She always reminds us to turn the lights off and save the battery.
So this piece
Those batteries last hundreds of hours.
is by Jennifer Waters, and it is Sunset over Glenmore Park. Opening is $50 for this acrylic on canvas. Kelly said something, but I don't know what she said.
Oh, she just sent nothing.
It's a GIF, I think, but it doesn't show up on her computer. It shows
Oh.
up on her phones. It's probably like a Lilo GIF or something. Or a heart. This piece is a really cool piece. It is a big collaboration. Anne Christine, Stephen, Robin, Maureen, Lori, Flo, Sherry, and Kathy. So we've had this piece actually with us for a bit in our collection. And so what this group of painters wanted to do was they wanted to donate their half to Wings of Hope for the cancer support. So the Wings of Hope does a lot of work for helping people dealing with cancer get rides to the hospital and everything like that. So we'll donate our half too. And so they wanted it to open at $50, and then we'll donate the whole amount to Wings of Hope for that. So this is by a bunch of really great artists, a collaborative piece, and also very timely with Stampede, and also going to a good cause. So opening is $50 for this one. Oops. And here, should we time out a few more pieces?
Want to know what the title of this piece is?
I love that piece.
It's called.
Richard out of clay. Look, just in time for your students to walk in your It's so. What didn't you make that at school?
I did.
When you put your finger in it, it looks like he's eating your finger. That's my favorite part.
There's lots of chairs. Come and have some seats. Are you guys sticking around?
How is bowling?
They were closed.
Oh,
I know.
Who closes during a stampede? There's tons of chairs.
all right. This is by Christine. It is a shorebird.
I'm gonna
It
grab-
is acrylic, and it is opening at $15.
Just a minute. Hold on.
Nice seeing you, Praxis. See you. Okay. Lovely. So opening is $15 for this lovely shorebird.
He doesn't have a chair.
This one opening $20 for I'm okay. And on the back there's a link to Alden's other artwork too. Hi. I'm lost too. But things are nice. That's what it says.
What was the opening bid?
$20.
He does that because he knows I'm going to buy it.
I like it. It's also with magnets on it.
Okay, I'm
for
going to
the
bid
fridge.
$20.
I like it. Did you want? Dusty says, "What's the opening bid for?" Ah.
Dusty, we'll wait to the end of the auction, and if things don't pick up, you can have it for whatever you want. Short term, I'm going to hang out there.
Did you give it to Oliver?
Did I?
Well, it was on his desk.
No, he's just looking at
Oh,
it.
he was looking.
Maybe I just walked up to him and put it down and said,
That sounds like you. Actually. Okay.
I totally associate this with the British turntable we had. Because I think the very first day I did it, I had the turntable at school. Oh, that's funny.
Hi. How
Hi.
are you?
Good.
Good. Hi.
He had to save you something all the way from Stony Plain. So, you want to show him what you saved him?
Is it candy?
Oh. Here, Felix is in the back. Should we say hi? Oh, is he painting?
Yeah, we said hi.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. He's like, he's not gonna eat that. He's doing a show right now.
Oh, you saved that for your drive?
It matches your shirt.
It does. It's
Vibes.
actually
It's the whole
perfect.
vibe.
And look, I got new red shoes. It also matches my shoes. You're so sweet.
You know, it'd be funny if you guys went for a walk and found a bag of chips in the alley. I'm going to see if Rich will eat these, yeah.
Oh, look, he's eating it. Good thing you saved it for him.
That's so sweet. Aww.
Yeah.
That is so nice. Sorry. Sorry.
We have no bids tonight, so if there's anything that catches your eye, just call out.
That was the intermission.
Yeah, that was.
You needed a snack break.
Oh, here.
Orange?
Oh gosh. Oh, everything's sliding. Oh my god.
Well, you want to buy it? Well, we'll see what they've got.
These are both starting at $10 each.
$10.
Well, these things are probably.
$10. Very pretty. Does this snake have a bid?
Opening
It's a print. right?
$5.
It's a
Print of an
print?
original piece by Patty.
Of original piece. $10 from the snake. I'm trying to hold it perfectly still because the camera's not getting all the detail.
Detail is so beautiful.
It's a higher resolution than our camera.
That's awesome.
Would you like to pass this around and have a look at
Opening is $5 for the snake. This is by Theo. It's called
Theo.
Strange Sky. That one's opening at $50.
it? Strange things indeed. So this was made in 2021 sometimes, or might be in 2008. But Theo does this crazy thing where he's been making these pieces since the 1960s.
Yeah.
They all hold their form, so you couldn't look at one and see, oh, that's a 1960s one versus a 2023 one. This one is from a modern painting,
This one
but
doesn't
his
have a
entire
date.
life unfolded in front of us. He drops them off, and we see like everything he's done since the 60s. He also donates all the money he sells from these pieces to the gallery.
This one is opening $75. It's called Rainbow Sky Mountains. And this one has his cute little quizzies. Red building on hill, linear cloud occluding, linear rainbow cloud, quizzies abound. So the little suns are called quizzies in his world.
He does a late night radio show where he makes up stories
This
and
is
does
from
voices.
2018.
And I think the quizzies are part of the narratives.
He also talked.
Praxis left?
Yeah.
Let's time this one out.
Yeah.
So this beautiful piece, kind of ridiculous as it is about to go. The current bid is $10.
15?
Yeah, I don't have enough fingers.
That's okay. What's your name?
Maria.
Maria. Thank you, Maria.
That's what Praxis gets for going home early.
And
So $15 going once, $15 going twice, $15 going 3 times. And do we extend the 10 minutes or just we'll just text Praxis and let her know that the bid went up.
and what was your Medusa's opening bid? Because
This is metallic and then this is actually blacklight. That's pretty exciting.
That's pretty cool. Man,
See, I knew you would get it.
Yeah.
my love. How much is this opening?
I
Because
I did not put an opening bid on this.
Praxis asked if they could bid $10.
$10 opening bid for Medusa.
Oh, and Praxis bid 20 for the cloud watching.
Do you guys want to see Medusa under the black light?
Sure. Oh, these are both black.
Don't look her in the eye.
Here you do the lights.
Actually, everything I painted tonight with black light is kind of overwhelming. So. What?
Oh,
So you don't have to own a black light, but it's kind of fun if you do.
take it to the bowling alley and turn the black lights on.
Right?
They're pretty cool.
That's what I should do, actually. Just take my work to the bowling alley. I'll just have it all sitting on the seats while I'm bowling.
That's so cool. Yeah, is that one you did back there, the big one?
All of these. I painted a lot this week. I also flooded the market with my work. Got that?
Sorry.
Okay, a little manipulation going on.
No, my friends are all like, Rich, I love your work, but I have no more space. So.
Yeah, that's how I feel about this.
Oh,
one right here.
okay. So I have to write some stuff down. So is Medusa $10?
Yeah.
I have to write that
Can you
down.
hold this one?
Oh, yeah.
I never get to see what these look like until I hit them with a black light. And then
I love this one.
So there's all skulls in the bottom, and it's kind of post-apocalyptic, and you don't really know what's happening. And then I was just saying that you guys are my former students, so I feel really super embarrassed about this. But after I painted, I realized, well, he's a centaur and she's like a regular person, so there's some complications to the relationship.
Okay, so Rishma bid $50 on this piece, so all of the money will be. Oh no, in Art in the Dark. All the money will be going to Wings of Hope. No camera.
No camera. No camera.
Not only do we do in the dark, we.
Oh, that was just the battery thing. That's my theory.
It was not that long ago, so hopefully it's okay. So this one's currently at $50 to Rishma, and Rishma actually bid $30 for the cloud watching piece over there. $30 currently for the cloud watching, and okay, and we got
Battery's good.
$20 for the Medusa piece from Mark. Oh, Reese bid. Oh, you just bid 20, so it's at 20 currently. Would you like to bid 25? The bids just came in at the same time. Oh,
Ta-da!
25. Okay, and I hope. Am I saying your name right? Is it Reese or Reese? Sorry.
Oh, another centaur painting. Oh my goodness. What has happened? Battery's good. Cable good? No memory card. I don't need a memory card.
Who needs a memory?
Did it overheat?
Could be. I don't think so though. Doesn't feel warm.
Okay.
Got it from my photo class.
Professional. Okay.
You guys helped me scout this camera, didn't you? Didn't we spend like one day we were in like photo class? I'm like, hey, let's spend the day figuring out what kind of camera we should buy for the
I'm
gallery.
gonna time out some pieces.
Oh, I think we did
Yeah.
because we were looking for a webcam too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
This piece is currently at $20 to Rich. Brain on Fire by Coco. I'm gonna show people at home. I'm gonna say going once, going twice, going 3 times. And the people at home, if you would like to bid on Brain on Fire, you could just text 403-629-7424. You have a 10-minute left.
That's 403-629-7424. 403-629-7424.
Here, we're gonna time out the cute little possum.
That's awesome. Guess what?
Possum is currently at
It's my my HMD capture card.
Was it heating up?
But I got an extra
You
one.
had 2! Hey! This is currently at $10 to Felix, going once, going twice, going 3 times. So to Felix, you have 10 minutes to outbid for the possum.
That's awesome.
Awesome possum.
Would you guys like some experimental prints?
I would love nothing more. Praxis bid $35 on the cloud watching.
Want to see the stuffed animal again?
Possum!
Oh, it's a possum.
Felix currently has a bid of $10. It's a little possum.
My boss.
A bidding war between the children.
Oh, I want that stuffy.
There's
Did I give you
There's
guys
there's
like
this
4 frames?
if you like glowing eyes.
Oh, I want that one.
He comes with a pen, so you
How
can.
much is that one?
This one's $40.
No pressure, Mom.
It's wired. It could be a nightlight.
That's pretty cool. You have $40?
That is the question. This isn't a stuffed animal, but if you like collecting rocks and magic, this is $5.
What's it made of?
It's actually upcycled. It looks like it would be rough, but it's upcycled plastic bag, so it's super soft and really rugged.
Neat. That looks really cool.
Patty is the artist. She's there.
That's really. I'll bid $5 for it.
Yeah, it's upcycled plastic bag.
Looks like a heart on the bottom.
Isn't it cute? I really love it.
And also, if you flip it upside down, makes a nice puppet. It just needs some googly eyes.
Oh, that's
It looks like it's like wicker.
I cannot live without this.
Opening 40. So this is by Alox, and then Shredder is 20. Oh, it fell. Nice.
I thought that was the biggest mouse in the world for a second.
So Rich, so for everyone, so everyone knows, the cloud watching piece by Rich is at $35 to Praxis currently. Then sorry.
The middle finger one went to Jordan, right?
Jordan, yeah.
What's that?
Are you okay with them playing?
totally.
What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Get your filthy children away from my filthy child.
For my filthy child.
I think the last time we met, we decided to have a play date.
Yeah, they wanted to go biking so bad.
Yeah.
They brought rollerblades this time.
Let's
We
turn
have
this one up.
rollerblades. Well, I don't. I have roller skates.
Well, I don't.
But Felix has rollerblades.
Okay.
Do I have this one?
I think going once,
Going once, going twice, going three times.
$20 to Rich, and you have 10 minutes to outbid him.
Yeah, 3 minutes to outbid me.
Medusa
Medusa.
is currently at 20. Take care, Dax. Nice seeing you. Bye, buddy.
Dax, you and your buddy get out of here. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I just want to say that because he's your buddy.
Because he's your buddy.
Medusa.
Oh, that's so cute. That was Bethany. Thank you. So this one's currently at $35 to Reese. Very cool. Beautiful. And what was that last one, babe? Oh, $40 to Mark from Medusa. This one, I keep careful of it. Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
guys missed out on this one. Can't pass this up if you're a college student. Do any of you live in a dorm? You'd be king of the dorm with this. You can get anything you want. If your roommate smokes too much weed, you just be like, "Bleh!" Ah!
I love the leaves coming out of her eyes. So this was painted from a collage and then painted. This is magic.
Did you show this one?
Yeah. You can show it again.
Oh,
Let's just keep showing them.
is this the one about being tired?
Yeah, you just got it. I'm not good at delivering jokes.
Well, I didn't. I
it
was.
took like 4
I was.
seconds.
No, I was doing other. I
Tired.
was doing other stuff. So I didn't see the visual. This is actually my entire childhood, early 20s and 30s. I never actually watched TV. I only ever had the TV on while I was drawing. So, for instance, like you guys wouldn't know about much music, would you? You do?
Yeah, it's like the Canadian MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they were in like the same 5 commercials for 30 years, right? And one of the commercials was like a gag that was like a visual. It might have been like the mannequin with a pin in its back or something. But I heard this commercial 12,000 times before I looked up at the screen. I was like, oh, I get it. You're tired. Because I think I sensed that something funny was happening with the tires.
Georgia got it. Georgia got it.
Yeah.
Reese was asking about the Minotaur.
The Minotaur.
Are you selling it?
Well, that's an interesting question. Let me tell you why. It's on a really nice canvas. And I have this like compulsion to repaint my nice canvases.
You do.
So maybe where I usually just for fun start my pieces at $5, I will start this at $40, not because I'm a greedy pig, but because this canvas is calling to me. So if you want to save this Minotaur for $40, you can bid on it. Otherwise, it might become a dump truck. You never know.
He gave you the dirtiest look just now. That
Who did?
The Minotaur.
Oh, did he?
It's like,
Maybe that's like part of the thing. Because I will paint stuff like this, not thinking about where it's going to go. You know, like, hi, come on in.
we're having a live auction, so it's like on YouTube and Facebook, and this one's up opening
Very-
$40.
Very musical.
So we do this every Wednesday, and yeah, lots of fun local art. Okay, good, excellent. And this is another. Did you want to put?
Yeah, sure. This is actually, I have these weird habits where, like I said, I'll paint like chimeras and stuff. And again, they're super fun to paint, but you don't always think about where are they going to end up?
Oh, fun!
What?
It's Riley's boyfriend. $50.
For which?
The Minotaur.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Fun. Thank
And so
you.
Robin came from England, and I just finished painting. Well, it's hard to tell if it's Felix or myself as a kid, but I had painted the child version of the Minotaur. And Robin, who's almost 30, said, "Dad, can you paint me as a Cyclops? Centaur." And so she had been working on this pink painting last week. She's more of an abstract artist. And then she brought this up for the auction. She's like, "No, Dad, you paint this and you put Centaur on it." So I did paint a Centaur on it. I used mostly the negative space and left her paint showing through. It was actually super painful. I don't mind collaborating sometimes, but it was super painful for me to put this black green over top of her pink because it was her piece, but that's what she asked me to do. And then because she travels light, as much as she wanted me to paint her a Centaur, she's not taking it back to England. So the opening bid for this is $5. And it says something on the back, which makes me think at some point we recycled this canvas.
No, we bought this from Blake, and Blake said to paint into it.
Oh,
So
right.
then-
Yeah, Blake told me.
So Blake said you paint into it, and then Robin painted it. So it's actually a triple collaboration.
Yeah.
Triple collab.
Okay.
Gina just texted.
If you guys are worried about Old Man Teru,
Gina just bid $100 for the Minotaur.
not all of my pieces sell for $15 a night. You're like, how does he keep this place open? It's just like a quiet. I think people are getting burned out from Stampede.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Next week is my birthday, and our 11-year anniversary of doing this sort of thing, and our 8.5-year anniversary of doing it here. So previously, there's a sign on the wall. Those of you in the far back can't see the sign, but it's a big giant gorilla. We used to be Gorilla House on 14th Street, and that lasted exactly 1.5 years before we were gentrified. Basically, we brought the value of the building up. The building owner was super happy, sold the business, kicked us out of the building when the new people came in. Then we rebirthed ourselves here.
This is currently at $150, by the way. We just got a bid for $150. Old Man Teru is not doing so bad.
There are nights when you get like a bunch of pieces in, they're going like $5, $6, and then your students show up, you're like, "Hi, good to see you. I'm dying."
That's good. Yeah, so next week's going to be
Can I
huge.
tell you something? Because my ex-wife's dad, who's a really lovely guy, gave us some speakers not long ago, and he's quite conservative. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm a bit of a communist. No.
The other
My
one.
friend Mark gave me a communist hat that I wore to Drumheller. Turns out it's not a very popular hat in Drumheller. But my ex-wife's father is he's conservative, and he kind of thinks I'm a pinko lefty or whatever. But he actually pulled me aside last summer. He said, I think you should run in politics and I'll back you. And so he wanted me to run for the city election to start with, and he was willing to front me. And I thought, that's kind of a nice, usually,
That's a big compliment.
yeah. And then actually to have former high school kids here, I don't want to get teared up, but like, I could have been that awful that you guys came through the door. So appreciate it.
Oh. So this piece is currently at $150.
Should we time it out?
Oh, sure. Gina,
Let's be
I
like
see
fair
Gina
about this,
typing,
okay?
Yeah.
So the time is what?
10:07.
10:07. You get till 10:17, going once, going twice, going 3 times. 10:17, cut off. It's not true. Like we had somebody bid it after 10:18. We just call the other people like, "Can we please take that bid because we're struggling?"
We don't even say that. People are like, we could take the bid because you're struggling. Let's
Like
sign
if somebody
this
from
one
a
out.
real auction house walked in here, they'd be so offended that we call
Actually,
it an auction
okay,
house.
can I tell you something
You
that
can tell me
I didn't
anything.
really ever say this out loud before?
Yeah.
We went to another auction, and maybe it was because it was a fundraiser, but they started really high and then they went down, and
Oh,
I
that
felt
was
that
really
that was
ugly.
really painful. So, like, right? Like, I think that was
But they
sadder.
weren't doing what they did. They were doing what we do, right? Like that one particular auction you're talking about.
We
like,
don't
what
do
we do
that.
here is completely original. And lots of people have tried to do what we do other places, and it's usually pretty ugly when they do it. It was a little bit ugly when we started.
Ugly
But we
by
started.
means of like we need to make sure we take care of everybody
Yeah.
all the time.
But that one time you're talking about, it was specifically like an actual auctioneer kind of walked into this other
Yeah.
Springs, and he had this idea like, I'll show you how this is done, and then he did it backwards, and it was like,
mortifying.
if you leave here with a good feeling, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Everybody
that's all
left
that
there with
matters.
not a good feeling. Well,
I pulled this one up because so people were looking at this one before and they're like, I'll buy $100 for that, and then they didn't come back tonight. So I was like, we can put it in. So this is by a local artist by
they
Matt.
drove by,
Yeah.
and they saw some pieces outside,
Yeah, and then they came
pulled
back.
a hook and came
Yeah.
in. They were so excited,
Yeah.
and then they wanted this, and then they didn't show up.
Well, they were going to a concert, so they couldn't take it then. But I thought I'd show it. So this is by Matt. He's a local artist. And yeah, lots of different
He really
art
puts
references.
his full heart into the work. That's me. It's not blood. That's good. But I mean, again, in your dorm room, like if people aren't going home at the end of the party, you could just flip this baby around and
Jason
party's
with it.
over.
Don't make me do it again.
I just keep showing. So
Stuff, yeah.
stuff.
Can I do 40 on this big framed one with the name that I forget?
Cloud watching?
Oh, are we still bidding on it?
I don't think you closed it. but
Cloud,
if you did,
you're right, we did it. It's at $35 to Praxis currently, I think.
Yeah, could I do 40?
40, yeah, totally. So Maria's got $40 on Cloud watching, and we should probably start timing this out too, hey?
Sure.
Okay, so I will let.
Did you drive?
I drove.
We talked.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I had so much sugar tonight. By that, I mean like 30 grams. We quit eating sugar like a
30
year
grams.
and 2 months ago. But now I have any sugar and it's like,
Okay, did you time it out? So for the cloud, do you want to show it one more time? Cloud watching?
sure.
Let's time out a few more pieces here.
So this was on a ridiculously loud canvas. And
Looks like it.
that's kind of a fun hobby. Like when I'm not painting in black light, I sometimes like to take really light. You can see pieces
Praxis
of it.
bid
through here.
45.
But what I really like about it is when your eyes are kind of going cross-eyed trying to see through what you're doing. And this one got to be too much. So actually what I did was I kept it in the frame. I taped off the edges to keep them fresh and pristine. And I just started like gessoing it out, blacking it out. But when it dried, this particular silhouette just kind of, it made itself. And so I was just like when you're laying in the grass. Can you hold this?
Yeah.
And then looking up at the clouds, I saw this person with their headphones on. And then I just simply dabbed it in and it became. So the face is a metallic, shiny purple. I would never buy metallic purple paints, by the way, but people donate stuff to us and I find the weirdest stuff and then it's fun to tinker with. So I kind of like what you were saying before about your wolves and the flowers. You're kind of taking some tropes and seeing what you get. I actually used to feel super embarrassed that like we had so much blacklight stuff here until I started screwing around with the blacklight, and then now I just really love it. So in this case, the blacklight is just in the background just to give you that kind of punch if you do turn the lights out. And when it's really dark, I like that the metallic will actually reflect the red of the chin into the face. So this painting is super easy to do. I kind of just found it, but it has a
You
nice
say
effect.
easy, but it's like like you're magic. You're pulling magic out. Like
Easy for you.
I didn't,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't fight it. Can I tell you a funny story? This is a little obnoxious to share with you. Can I? So I and I really stuck my foot in my mouth with this one. So I wrote this book, and I won an award up against witches. So like this word here,
Rishma just bid $50 for cloud watching. So
this award here was for like the what was it called again?
covert. It's like visionary.
Yeah, but it's mostly like witches
Colorado
and people that
visionary.
eat plants to stay alive and do magic and stuff. So I was kind of worried about this one because I thought like maybe I was literally up against 2 other books by witches. And I was like, they're gonna turn me into a toad if I win this one. But so I wrote this book on a lark over one really cold Christmas. There's about 30 pages of illustrations in it, and the book just spilled out of me. I'd wake up, Jess was sleeping, it was minus 30. I wrote like a chapter, didn't really think too much about it. She read the chapter, she really liked it. The next morning I woke up, she's still sleeping. I wrote another chapter. 11 days in at 11 chapters, and I sent a copy. Is Laura listening? I sent the copy to my publisher. She's like, "Oh, you're writing a book? Let me see it." I'm like, "Nah, it's not really, what we do." And she's like, "Let me see it." So I sent her the first few chapters. She's like, "I don't know. It doesn't even sound like her," but she's like, "It's a hard pass." And I was like, "Yeah, it's okay." So Jess and I hand bound it. We made, I think, about 30 copies of this, and they all sold for like really well. And then when Lori's read the whole book, she was really excited about publishing it.
Also, she works in themes. So, like, she was doing a theme on the river after.
Right.
And she was like,
And actually, that's
now.
funny that
my
like it's hard for me to
show.
get awards in Alberta because my personality seems to get in the way. But in Colorado, they don't know me at all. So I wanted to big fat word. Let me tell you why I'm telling you this ridiculous story. Is we're talking about how this
It
seemed
came
really
so
easy to
easy.
me. Well, when Lori asked me to publish a book, she's like, "It's about 30 pages light. Can you write 30 more pages?" And the way the story just spilled out of me is it just kind of came to me when I wasn't really thinking that hard. So it was easier for me to illustrate 30 pages for this book than it was to write 30 more pages. So I illustrated 30 pages and I did all the pages in color, but because the book were in black white, I just dumped all the color out and gave her the solid files. She calls me back a year later and she's like, "Can you get me the color versions of those?" I
Color
didn't.
now?
What?
Yeah.
There's color? I only wrote it in black
Yeah.
and white.
Yes. So I had to colorize the
Okay,
pictures.
wait, no. You dropped the color out and you gave away all the original
Yeah, I do that.
watercolors.
Yeah,
Of course.
Of course.
Did you read this book?
I did.
I said the F word in this book.
I didn't read it. I promise. I didn't read the bad
You
words.
Okay.
didn't.
Oh, I said the F word in my other book.
In the hand
Fuck
printed
you, Bob
one.
Dylan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
And-
anyways, can I tell you what? And I
was
regret
the
that so much
poetry
because I
book.
love Bob Dylan. But here's what happened. I really, 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 really wanted to win an award from
Yeah.
Alberta because, like I said, my personality gets in the way. And I ended up being up for an award for this book. Now, I've illustrated a lot of stuff, but this was my own book. And it was the easiest 30 illustrations I ever had to do in my life because I found the writer quite agreeable. So,
Can,
So I-
can Rishma buy a copy of the River Troll?
yes. And this copy, the special one that I talked about. But it's just so funny because like I actually when I got nominated for an Alberta Illustration Award after like I don't know 25 years of illustrating, that it was for my own book and it was such a cakewalk. Like my publisher was on my side, so she didn't complain about the in your box. But you want red? Look in there.
Look in there.
Look in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
big box.
I actually said out loud
Yeah.
that it was the easiest illustration
Yeah.
job I ever. I put it on like
Yeah.
social media, and then some other people got upset. Like I was up for the same award, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But anyways,
But just
that's-
because you were the author, that's what.
yes. Did
Yes.
Rishma buy any of these pieces?
Yeah, Rishma has currently this one at $50.
Okay, I'm just want to group them.
And yeah,
Okay.
and this one too, actually. The
Okay,
cow head.
and she's just buying that at regular price.
She said $30. It is $30, I think. So
No, it's not.
yeah, it is. It's
Is it?
$29.95
Oh my crap!
because it's color.
Sick bastard charges $29. Colored book. I have a couple. I buy these sometimes because you only get so many free copies of your book. And let's say you were going to give a party and you wanted to buy like a bottle of wine for your friend. If it's somebody that I think may want to read my book, it's kind of obnoxious if they don't want to read my book. But it's nice to have copies. But I especially like one of the chapters. Anna always puts Anna picks a sticker on the book, and I always buy that. So I have several copies that say Anna's pick.
Nice.
Enough about me.
I like that you've had time to paint and that you can tell
Yeah.
the stories about what you're.
Is it that we spent all week just like alone in the gallery and
Yeah.
we're used to being overwhelmed?
So these are $40 opening bid. This is $20 opening bid. Shredder and the Ninja Kitties.
When did this go?
That timed out, yeah. So my friend Sandra is so cute. She just always does these really great experiments. And so this is based on this by the Beyonce. And this is little Beyonce, and it's all like fabric and collage. And she even printed bee wings on cellophane. So this is opening $10. Everyone's voice counts. Queen Bee.
I'll buy that for $10.
I'll buy that for $10.
Yeah.
It's really
Rich
lovely.
bids.
That's so nice.
I'll sell it to your boss for like 20. Her boss is nuts for bees. She probably painted that bee knowing that your boss was going to buy it.
Scalping paintings.
That's the secondary market. That's when artists become famous, actually.
Sure.
And people often will come back. Like a guy came back not too long ago, and he asked me if I wanted to buy these paintings that he'd been collecting. And I said, well, really, he bought them through here. He wanted to know if I'd want to buy them back. And my personal thought is, you probably shouldn't sell a painting for more than you would pay for it. Like if I sell this painting for $50, I should be willing to buy it back for $50. But generally, to buy back through the same space that you sold it to doesn't boost the artist. So when this guy came by, he said, "Hey, I got these 5 paintings. Would you like to buy them back?" I'm like, "We could, but if you take those paintings somewhere else and sell them somewhere else, the value of that painting skyrockets up. Whereas if you sell them back to us, it's almost like kind of like admitting defeat, and then this value of the painting drops down." And paintings are a funny thing where it's just a perceived value, right? Like you add up the cost of the materials and how much of your soul you put into it, and you decide if you can separate from the piece. But did you guys try out NFTs at all? Or I bet you did.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a painting is, and that's what the paintings have been since the 1950s. Is a painting that's worth $500 probably is a pretty good painting. A painting that's worth $5,000 is probably a pretty good painting being handled by a really established art dealer, and it should go up in price. A painting worth $50,000 probably has some level of NFT attached to it, like that you're taking. If you're taking a painting that's worth more than a house, something in the market's gone a bit crazy, right? So if it's a Van Gogh and it's 300 years old and there aren't any more of them, for sure it might be priceless, but it's kind of an agreement where people just use this piece of artwork as kind of a benchmark, as a marker for, let's call it $100,000, and then in 3 years this marker might be worth $200,000. But it's kind of another worldly agreement we make. They're not always better, There's probably I was talking to some kids at your high school are making artwork that's as good as something that Rembrandt was making. It's 500 years later, right? But it's not much to look at. Like the two side by side, one's not much better than the other. So
It's all about marketing, right?
provenance, right? Like a guitar pick that was owned by Jimi Hendrix is worth more than
Or like Felix
my
said,
guitar pick.
Stanley's last pencil.
Right, Stanley's last pencil.
Okay, if you are watching or if you're here and we didn't get to a piece that you're curious about, or
You've
if
got
you're
till the
curious
end
about
of the
something,
song
you have
to
until
get
the
your
end of the
final
song.
bids in.
I think everything else is settled. I think we're pretty good, but just text if you have any questions. Also, artists and buyers, I usually get back to you like Thursday, Friday, Saturday about confirmations. And never feel bad about asking because I didn't pay out last week. Sorry. I get distracted by stuff. Oh, whoa, we got a $55 bid for cloud watching. Okay, I'm just gonna double check here. Okay. Okay. Oh. There's a thinking emoji.
Do you guys want to come in? Don't be shy.
Reva, your piece is up at the front. If you're not in a
Did
rush,
you want to
can
put your
come.
piece in the auction?
Which one?
The one you did here last week.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Do you want to put it in the auction though?
Yeah, you guys can use that.
Yeah, let's do it. Hold on, one more piece. Da, da, da. Don't walk away. No one gets it that easy.
Of course, it's gotta happen at some point.
But like,
The legendary film. It has to happen over there.
What is your opening bid? She being shy.
Yeah.
Or this borderlines abuse. I don't know if I can consent. Did I?
If you, yeah.
Are you want to sing a song?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We'll sing you a song to say goodnight and thank you.
And if anyone, I am waiting for one. So the cloud watching, Maria has it currently at 55, and I texted
Rishma to see. So that's the last one.
They'll be
They'll
fine. We'll
figure it
figure it out. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's time we find a way back home. You lose so many things you love as you grow. I miss the days when I was just a kid. My fear became my shadow, I swear it did. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Though your feet may take you far from me, I know. Wherever is your heart, I call home. You made me feel like I was always falling down without a place to land. Somewhere in the distance, heard you calling. Oh, it hurts so bad to let go of your hand. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Though your feet may take you far from me, I know. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Even when you're high, you can't get low. Even with the friends you love, you're still alone. You always find the darkest place to go. God forgive our minds, we were born to roam. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Though your feet may take you far from me, I know. Wherever is your heart, I call home. Okay, thank you everyone so much for coming. And